So the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie, One Battle After Another, is finally out, and people have been glazing this like a Krispy Kreme donut, but does it actually live up to the hype? I went in a little skeptical because I'll admit I'm not as big a fan of PTA as many of my fellow cinephiles. While he's undoubtedly very talented, something about his style never stuck with me fully, so I kind of end up liking and appreciating his movies, but never fully loving them or thinking they're masterpieces. Most of his movies are sitting on my Letterboxd at like a 3.5 stars or 4 stars, and that's more of a personal preference thing than anything. But what about this new film? One Battle After Another stars Leo DiCaprio, Chase Infinity, Sean Penn, Tiana Taylor, and Benicio del Toro. It follows DiCaprio, a former member of an unrealistically united and effective left-wing revolutionary group turned degenerate, foolish pot addict, as he rescues his daughter from kidnapping by a military official. And I'm not gonna lie, I left the theater smiling and stupidly happy because this was just straight up brilliant from start to finish. First of all, this is 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I know every movie is too long nowadays, yada yada yada, but the pacing is absolutely immaculate, and it's so entertaining that the runtime is completely justified. Everything that happens is necessary, there's no fat at all. You're not going to want to take your eyes off the screen for even a second. This starts at 100 and stays at 100 the whole time. The screenplay is really tight too. It sets up dynamic characters, interesting conflicts, and balances comedic and serious elements in a way that's really pretty incredible. It also reveals information in a mature way that really respects the intelligence of the audience. Not to give anything away about the plot, but let's just say that a lesser screenwriter would probably cheapen a lot of what's great about this movie. The dialogue is overall very good. I can already think of some memorable quotables. It includes a lot of political criticism in a way that's natural and doesn't feel pandering. Obviously, your usual suspects like Ben Shapiro and other talentless hacks who couldn't make it in Hollywood are gonna call it woke or whatever, but they call literally anything that moves or breathes woke. The performances are all amazing too. Benicio del Toro is a total scene stealer, as is Tiana Taylor, who is also hilarious. Leo does his recent Leo thing of being kinda pathetic loser, which I'm fine with. Sean Penn, who plays one of the funniest characters, gives a very bizarre and off-kilter performance in the best way. Chase Infinity really holds it together in a very important performance central to the story as well. If I had to nitpick, I wish we maybe got a bit more out of her character and relationship with her father, but that's something I might change my opinion on with a rewatch. I was a bit worried about the music going in because I did not love the one-note piece that they picked for the trailers, but luckily the actual music in the film was much more varied and appropriate. Particularly the score during the scenes where Leo first realizes his daughter got kidnapped underscore and heighten the anxiety present perfectly. Obviously the directing is outstanding, particularly the action scenes are really engaging and had me at the metaphorical edge of my seat. In reality, I was actually kind of reclining back, but we don't need to talk about that. It looks incredible, especially the night scenes have gorgeous cinematography. The direction feels artistic and most of all purposeful, really very no frills. This is a surprisingly populist movie for Paul Thomas Anderson, and nothing about how it's shot or written feels all that pretentious or artsy. It honestly comes across way more as a crowd pleaser. I definitely recommend it for general audiences. I think my favorite part of the movie is the last act where stuff really goes off the walls, especially that last action scene. I wasn't in love with the stuff that came after, though again that might change on a rewatch. To sum it all up, the main thing about this movie is everything works. It's just simply on another level. It's my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson, and it's not even close, and my favorite movie of the year so far, and it's not even close. I was really just in awe. I loved it. 9.5 out of 10. Please, for the love of God, see this. Don't let it flop. And for all you gambling addicts out there wondering about award stuff, I do think this is the front runner for Best Picture and Best Director, but I do kind of see it as a movie that really should win Best Picture but gets snubbed, though the Oscars have been a lot less cringe recently with their choices, and it's socially relevant, so I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and leave your thoughts on this film below. Bye bye!